As we get into the galactic units right now, we're going into the vector divisions right now. We're in solar division 6, vector unit 5, all communications coming into eye receptor divisions. Understanding coloration patterns and how it changes everything through its awakening. Your perceptions change, your eye receptor divisions change. Everything through calculation, modification, and changes everything through coloration system. So we're going to get into the peripheral analysis, all communication signals, how our eyes change through its coloration patterns, how you get to a heat signature of one pattern division through a coloration of a line singularity line system, its communication of a framing system of a shape, letter, or number. On communications, you look at one color, you solar text it, and you'll see it in 4 different alignments. So those texting line systems, there's singularity of its pattern system is on its continuous force, so it's changing its vibration, so it's on different colorations. Okay, so if I'm doing a word framing system for communication line signals, basically there's a lot going on right now, but I just finished going through the waving cycles of solar division 5, vector unit 4. We'll go into its review, but right now I just wanted to do a video. I had a fantastic time with my daughter, by the way. Just basically had my coffee and we went to the beach. We saw a lot of things. I took her to the interface of its moon. She couldn't understand it. It was very powerful stuff. So it was a lot of fun traveling to the interface of the moon. So she has friendships now with the moon and its interface through its location centers. It connects all around divisions. But thank you all the subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watching my channels. We keep informed what's going on with the galactic system, the galactic school, the force recognition, everything through its system. So feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and go through my email, go through my PayPal. I'm here to help and guide you. So I figured, like I said, I wanted to do a video, right? Because it is Saturday. Sarah, Unified, it's good to see you. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I might, because I have the time now through force recognitions, and we're going to higher divisions right now, understand communication level signals, all through the perceptions of its vision when it comes to coloration patterns. So I like to get into all the way up to solar division 10. Okay, get into the vector units and high force, everything through calculation in us. Because we are definitely in pi now, and that force recognizes everything through its continuance. So other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. So like I said, we'll do a review. I just want to get into this division right now because you understand through its awakening, through its ascension, through its dream, your perceptions change through its coloration system. Everything through the hydraulics, everything through the pixels, everything through the mind adaptation changes every single day. Okay, so basically, setting line communications right now. See how grainy it is? It's grainy in the back, but it's going through its resolution system. I was walking the surfaces through the moon interface, which means that I was connecting through the moon through my coloration patterns. So when you're intervening with anything through connection through its peripheral vision, you're going through its diagnostic situation systems. That's its connection when it comes to body framing systems, the calculation of mass. That takes you to pi through its box frequency levels. So it's understanding to higher I go, you can go into helix, you can go into hydrogen. This force recognizes everything. So I had the path of its walkway system, and everything through it was going through its electrolytes. It's a light system, and it was moon facing on the water, right? And it was following me everywhere I was going. So it was connecting through its meta path system. It was connecting through my peripherals, it's understanding my mind adaptation, and it was following me like a shadow. You know how your shadow follows you from behind? Well, it was so amazing to see these things. It's pretty powerful stuff when you get into the central system when it comes to the light communications of the moon, because it has its amazing reflection when it comes to the waters. It's amazing. It's fantastic. So once we get into the peripheral vision, understanding line of vision, all right, so we get into the solar connections of our body systems. So we start with this very powerful stuff. Basically, yeah, we're going to be tested on this, and then we'll be tested on this review. So, and it is Saturday, so basically it's great to know, oh, wow, am I going to be upgraded? Well, as long as you get smarter, I get smarter, right? That's what it's all about. So we start off like this. Okay, so we'll go through its formations when we get into perceptions. Our perception is understanding how to change anything through letters, numbers, and shapes. So knowing that if you have a triangle, we start with a triangle. Let's say it's 3 layers, right? 3 line systems like this, okay? 1, 2, 3. Now, understanding this is blue. You're seeing it blue, right? But in your perception, it can change its division to a different dimension. Anything through solar text, anything through high force connections. You can go into pink, right? And then you can go into red. So knowing that you're looking at the pyramid, it's all one color. But once you go through its portal of its division, through its code frequencies, you can change your perceptions through the peripheral vision. It's fascinating stuff like this. So it's understanding this is all one color, but actually when you see it in dimension, it's three different colors in one shape through its point division, right? Now I'm going to color in black so you guys actually see the point division, right? Through the acting cycle. So right now, through its perception, you're seeing anything through coloration. Because like I said, nothing is one color. So once you get up to your body activation, it illuminates its light sky and it communicates on levels through the body activation system. All communication through the pixel activation code system sets everything through locations when it comes to the interface of its simulation of its major grid system. So now you communicate with three different colorations in three dimensions. So that's three dimensions. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be tested on this, so pay attention. So three dimensions are set in its division. Okay, so there's three different dimensions. This is extremely powerful stuff. It goes on its angle. Okay, so you can use your peripheral. You take a finger and you put it across like this. So you should be able to see the line sequence, right? See how good your peripheral is. That's understanding the triangle angular base when you get a trithesis, right? That's very important too, because that formulates on so many levels of coloration systems. But knowing that if you can see it, a triangle or a pyramid in three different colorations, your body activation is activating everything through the pixel conception. So everything that you're seeing the true color of its dimension, right? And it's not just one color that you see, it's three different colors. So you know it's in the three dimension. But then you got to find out where is it in dimension. So that's where you get into the co-frequency. So the co-frequency of this, so you start off three color. Okay, so it'd be 3LR. Okay, three color equals box. Remember, the box is always you. Now, basically, you have to cross references because this is a portal activation code system, which changes everything coloration system. Opens that. It's a plasma force system. Now, this is where it gets through its connection of its higher self communications through its perception of its coloration system. So it's 3C/division. Okay, R. Okay, so it's color equals box. Okay, and equation. Okay. Now this is in pi because it's just a diamond. Anything through coarse reduction system to a pyramid system. So it's equation of pi. Okay. That's a code frequency for this pyramid system of three line systems, of three-dimensional systems of blue, pink, and orange. Powerful stuff, eh? When you get into that connection. So basically, the question is, when you see something through the galactic system, anything through perception, okay, pay attention. Now, everything you see through its illustration of its diagram, okay, what is going on right now? Okay, so how is it that the higher self is communicating with three different colors? Okay, how is he communicating with three different colors? All right. Now I already answered that pattern. So you have to understand everything through its division because it was one color. So it's kind of like, this is what it is. So the original color was blue. Okay. So if the blue, the point divisions are blue. They're not changed. They stay one color. So it's understanding when you see the physical system of its pyramid, it's blue. But when you see in its perception, okay, it changes colors and then in its right location. That's the three dimensions. So that's the original color, right? But now it's in its dimension of three divisional levels of dimensions 1, 2, and 3, blue, pink, and orange. Okay. So how is it that higher self gets communications into three different colors? That's the question. Whoever gets this, I'll rise your pyramid activation to a higher communication level signal to a new coloration pattern, which means that your pixel activation through your pyramid system will high rise to higher formations of electronic interference. Powerful stuff. So try to understand everything that's going on through coloration through its pyramid. That's its pyramid right now. Okay, that's the physical planes. But understand when you get into perceptions, you have to understand everything that you see through the atmospheres, anything through the grounds, your eyes automatically change to its coloration. Remember, nature or anything through its continuous force is never one color. Okay, anything through a tree, anything through a branch, okay, anything through a tree stump or anything through a rock formation, it's never one color. Okay, when you see it through its perception. Once you see the true colorations, then you understand it's in the 3-divisional level of its dimension. But then you have to understand where it is at, and that's its equation of pi. Okay? So, man, I have to zip speeding today, bro. The energy high. Yeah, I know. There's a lot going on. Frames up its reference, so it's able to observe various spectrum of frequencies, which changes the coloration patterns. That's good. You got it right. Very good, Unified. Excellent, man. Good stuff. That's excellent. That's paying attention. That's what I like to see. See? You didn't have to think about it. You adapted quickly, and you took that knowledge and you uprise your divisions. Well, that's probably because yesterday you uprise your pyramid, your third eye, your transformation light system. I uprised everybody's, right? But that's truly right. So I'm going to uprise your division levels, communication light signals to pyramid activation code, bring up your coloration patterns, all division levels. Unified is now connected through a higher communication light system through equation of pi, accumulation through its recognition system, through its third eye division. So the coloration system of your pyramid activation code system through your higher self is in a higher electronic interference. Way to go, Unified. All right, so you're going to feel that in your third eye again. And that's going to change everything. So remember, third eye is connected to everything through your body framing system of your higher self. So your perceptions are going to change now through coloration. So basically, you're never ever going to see one color. Okay, because that's what the hologram system is. It's understanding our pixels are in so many different variations of resolution patterns. Okay, because it's going through its synchronizing system. It's never, ever, never still. It's always, always, always moving. All right. Remember that. And it's always on different colors. Okay, everything that you see, once you see that it's in its coloration, you'll know it's always, always in its framing of its right correction division. So you know exactly where it is in coloration. And what, that's what it's all about, and understand where it is through division, that dimension. But like I said, you got to get into the code frequencies. But other than that, that's great, Unified. Way to go, man. Positive stuff. So when you get into that division, so let's use a blue graphing system through a cycle division. Now, okay, so we have that pyramid. Now let's start back where we are. Okay, so this is a back review when it comes to the pyramid. Okay, that's the original pyramid. It's all blue. So I'm going to color it in. Okay, this is understanding your colorations with your perceptions. Because every time you high rise to your force recognitions of your body activation, your pyramid system can be on anything through illumination light system. That's its awakening. Knowing that when you're in that division, okay, you have to get in the trithesis. Okay, everything through its triangular angular base, right? So it's blue in its physical system, right? Which is basically, let's say fourth / division. Okay, that's the density, right? I call it division. But basically, when you're in that division, you understand through communication line signals. So that's the fifth planes. Okay, now that's the fifth planes of the energy system. Okay, so we get into that level system there. Okay, so the 4 divisional levels, okay, into the 5 planes energy system. Okay, so that's basically, it's in the pretty much the 5th dimension. Now, anything division, you have to understand everything through coloration. So it sidewinds its angles and it changes like this. This is what it does. Okay, so it's acting. It's reacting to your perceptions of your peripheral division. So when it acts on its cycle, it changes its coloration and it moves like this. Okay, it changes over. See how it shifts? You see how it changes? Right, and then it goes on the other side. Okay, so it crosses and goes like that. Okay, so now we're understanding more communications. Once you get everything through its relation of its rotation system, then you understand its dimension through its co-frequency. It shows you its true coloration through its perception. Because like I said, everything that you see when you're in division of dimensions of planets, they're never one color. You'll never find a planet one color. Okay, that's its partnership. That's its vibration. That's its frequency. That's its energy. So when you get into that division through the 5 planes or anything through its system, you can go up to the 5 planes. You can go up to the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. That all depends where you are through your chakra system. Because your chakra system, or your old or your new, through your body simulator, is a different energy pattern. So it's understanding everything through coloration is changing everything through your perceptions, right? So like I said, anything that you see in the atmosphere system, it changes your perceptions through your peripheral. So you have to get into the analytical system of your graphing system of a GPS location, right? The energy locators through its higher self. That's its connection when it changes its coloration system through its pixel division, right? So that's how it starts, okay? So once you understand everything through traction division, it comes out of its unit system like this, okay? So it comes out, right? Now, when it comes out to its framing system, and now it wants to communicate with you fully. So it sets its lines, okay? Which is, again, it's in its three division of its dimension. It doesn't mean it's in the third dimension. It just means that it's 3 line communication lines in its pyramid system. Okay, so it could be in the 27th dimension. So you have to understand everything through its location because it has its point centers, right? So, and it can be anything through dimensional set. So let's change the coloration system. Let's say the bottom is red. Okay, now what you see through perception, you're going to understand everything through coloration changes every single time through its electronic interference. So when you change its electronic interference through its line signal, it changes its coloration every single time you go up through division. It's extremely complicated stuff. So once it gets into its balance, it's getting balanced with electronic interference of colorations. That's what it is. Okay, so you have to get into the analytical system. You have to get into the analysis. Let's go with the electronic interference of green. That's going to high-rise everything through division faster. Okay, so this is the true coloration of its dimensional set. And like I said, anything through code is its connection. So you have to put all these 3 together. So that's the full coloration of this. So once it goes in its angle position, it's now surfacing everything around. So it's going like this, right? So when it goes like this, it wants to communicate with you. After it communicates with you, it stops. And once you understand the code frequency, you can bring it out. And what happens is when you see the full communication of its illumination, it's going to show its true color. And that color is going to go through your perception, through its division. So now you're seeing 3 different sequencing line systems of a pyramid system that's on a 1 coloration system in a physical system. So it's going from the physical to dimensional, all right? Very powerful stuff when you get into that code frequency because it channels divisions to higher perceptions, right? That's what the awakening is. It wakes you up to all levels. Your eyes are extremely important because now you're getting into dimensional systems, right? So that's what it is. It gets harder and harder when you get into the solar division. We're in solar division 6 now, okay? Vector unit 5. So, and like I said, I'll show you this one more time, okay? Outlined its system, all communications. I'll color it in black. See the outsurface system of its pyramid. And this is very complicated stuff, I know. You guys are going, what? We're being tested for this? Yep. So that's it. That's its complete. Okay, once you get into the analysis, you have to understand everything through coloration because everything through its coloration has to be in its chronological order because now it's connecting through you, through your pixel activation. So it's understanding everything has a line sequence. That's how it gets into its adaptation. So it's like this, right? So that's the complete pyramid in its right division. That's the location where it is in its 3-point division of its dimension. But then again, you have to understand where it is. Once you see it, it takes off. Okay? If you don't understand it, it's going to react and it's going to go back to you. Right? So it's understanding if you're trying to communicate with it and it's going like this, what's going to happen is if you don't understand the coloration of its 3-unit system through its 3-point divisional level of its pyramid activation system, your peripheral system is going to go back to its physical round division, to its gravity system. And the reacting cycle is going to go back into its physical plane of its pyramid system, which goes back into your mind system. So you're going to have a reaction. So I wanted to show you what happens with shapes. So if you know how to communicate with this coloration system, what's going to happen through its intelligence, like everything starts with a line, okay, it's going to high rise to a higher division. So now you have partnership with the coloration of its 3-unit system of its pyramid activation system through its peripheral vision. Okay? So, powerful stuff, eh? Yeah, I want to bring that to everybody's attention. This is an extremely powerful video. This is all about your perceptions and how you change your coloration patterns. Okay? So, I know that's a little bit tricky, eh? It's a little bit. The common denominator is understanding everything through balanced electronic interference, but it's great that Unified got that question, right, with the coloration. But I think you guys are understanding a little bit more. So, but other than that, do you guys have any questions on that when it comes to your analysis and everything through your peripherals and your perceptions and how they change colorations? Every single time you high rise to higher levels. So it's getting connected not just with the higher self, but it's getting connected with everything through its awakening of your perceptions through its coloration system. Okay? Because everything is a balance. Okay, like I said today with the video that I did with the flowing mechanisms of the stream. So the stream is connecting to everything. Okay, so the pyramid comes out, right? Goes like this. This is what it's doing. Very powerful stuff. See my fingers? What's happening in my fingers? Look at that. See how fast it's going? You can't see it, right? But you can see that it's coming into a dimension and it's changing its coloration and it wants to communicate with you, right? That's what's happening, right? See how fast they're going? That's what you can do, right? And you can do it anyway. You can change it. See that? That's what happens when you spin around and you can't see it's a hand anymore. It's an entity force system flying around, but it's just a hand, right? So it starts off as a hand. Okay, this is how we're going to go through colorations through perceptions. Now, once you see the hand for what it is, it's going to show you its true color. This is its true color. Okay, this is its true color. See? Powerful stuff. You know, my hand was going up and was going down, but all you can see is it's a blur, right? So it's getting past everything, you know, past everything that's going on with your perceptions. Okay, so it's really getting connected with your colorations through your perception. Okay, because the higher self has to understand what's going on, right? With its distance. It has to understand what's going on with its speed. It has to understand what's going on with its diameter. It has to understand what's going on with its meteor. Because it has a radiator, a meteor, heat signature. This is more connections when you get into the higher force connections of colorations of shaped letters and numbers. Because everything in communication is a simulation pattern. That line sequences everything. Because when we get into the planets of the major grid systems, everything goes. Remember, it's time to infinity 8, how it changes, right? It goes around and round and round and round and round. Everything flows. See, watch my finger. Watch this. See that? It's cool, isn't it? It doesn't look like a hand. Like, it looks. What does it look like? It looks like it's a plasma, right? It's showing its true color. That's its entity force. That's its line communication. And the faster I go, it changes its formation. See that? Everything is connected through its weather. It's fascinating when you see these things. See? See that? Changes direction. It's in a different dimension now. Right? Right? Watch. Looks like a spirit, right? The faster it goes, now you're understanding light activation through speed, right? That's what the higher self does. It flies around constantly and it gets to know everything through coloration and patterns and everything through its perception, through its diagnostic tests, and it takes its analogy and it takes its description. So when you see one color, you see it first, right? But when you change your perceptions through its awakening, your eyes change through adaptation code system. So it changes its coloration into 3 different colors or 4 different colors. It depends on where it is through division. Okay. So if it's a 3-point division, you know it's going to be 3 colors. If it's a 4 of a box, you know it's going to be 4 different colors. Okay. That's what it is. It's understanding point divisions. You understand exactly how many line sequences are its connection through its line system. That's coloration system. So it's it's exciting though, isn't it? It's great to see things like that. I just wanted to show you guys should get into your hand formations and do these things. It's powerful stuff, because once you get connections, this is all connections. This is space. You're connecting with something. This is space. This is something that you have to intervene with. Okay, it's doing this constantly. It's looking at you through perception. It wants to know what you're doing through communication, right? So when you understand and you interact with it right away through perception, through the higher self, or anything through communication light activation, it stops. Okay, and then it's going to go like this, right? It's communicating with you through different vibrations. This is understanding when you get into higher force, right? Because you know planets, how they rotate, right? They go round and round and round and round and round like this. Watch. See? See? See how it changes formation? Powerful stuff, isn't it? See the coloration pattern? There's like 3 or 4 to 5 different colors in there just by wind spinning my hand system right now. All communication line signals. I'm communicating with it fully. So once you have to communicate with it fully, it goes off back up into its division through its connection of its planet system. So it's exciting, isn't it? It's a lot of fun. But, you know, it practice with that. You know, do it in front of a mirror, do it in front of your phone, do it on your computer. Really get into your hand formations, because that's what it is. It's electronic interference. Okay. So anyway, do you guys have any questions on that? I've been zipping speed today, bro. The energy light. Yep. Frame of its reference, so it's able to observe. Yep, you got that right. Yeah, my third eye's been boosting late today. Thank you. Okay, I feel it now in my mind brain. So it's perception transitions. Yep. Anthony, how's it going? The sun just shot a triangle in the same way you mentioned. There you go. See? Wow, that resonates. I will observe. So depending on our own activations, then our perceptions of our colorations will change based on the frame of its reference. Very good. So that's good. You're understanding. That's more communications through transmission lights. So every time I upgrade your systems, you're understanding more communications. It's not just a triangle. It's not just a pyramid. It's your soul. Your soul is connected through its core, but the pyramid of its transmission light system is you. That's the higher self. That's the center core through its perception, and that's how you see everything through division, through coloration, through light activation, through your heart recognition, your mind adaptation, and everything through your soul recognition. So that's what you have to understand, right? But unified, yeah, that's great, man. You got it right. So that's the clearer of our minds are the more we are able to communicate. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Communicate with your hand. Okay, everything is communication through flow. This is flowing. This is intelligence. It wants to communicate with you. And when you're communicating with it, it stops. And then it goes like this, right? It wants to intervene. It wants to interact. It wants to get into its location of you. So when it's into your face and it's coming at you and it's going like this, you got to know what it is, right? And if you don't know what it is, it's going to go into your mind system right away. And you're going to have a reacting cycle through a reacting division, and it's going to overload your program systems through your algorithm of its computer system. So it's very important. Anything through energy, you know, if you touch anything through frame, anything on a bus, anything on a car, anything through material, anything on a rock formation, anything on the floor, it's energy. Okay. As soon as you touch it, because your mind is accepting it's out of its framing system, you're communicating through the higher self and not the higher, okay, of its brain, which is human vessel. You're communicating with the higher self of its dimension, out of its mind system to its relation. So you have to understand the spiritual system, and that's how I communicate with everything through hand information. We use our hands so much when it comes to scanning. You have to understand everything through coloration of scanning. You have to understand everything. You have to get into the motion through its energy of its emotion. Motion to emotion. Motion is action of movement. Emotion is a reflection of its behavioral, of its vibration. So that's how it connects through its colors and changes everything. Energies are wonky today. I looked all the Schumann resonance. Can you please explain, Andrew? Yeah, I can explain that for you, Sarah. I had an experience in the meditation 4 years ago, observing what I call the form and formless, like a fluid of light, which reminds me of what you mentioned. Well, there you go. So it's getting more communications with your body adaptations. Okay, so really, really try to, work with your hands, work with your perceptions, work with your body, work with your activations. That's what you got to do. Okay, that's what you have to do, and get into illustrations of drawings too. When you have the energy that goes into, draw it out. Like I said, it's very important. So more communications to that line signals, setting its divisions through coloration systems. So that's the Andara crystals I showed you. Yep, in Zoom. That's right. Mind telepathy, you're connecting. That's what I was thinking too. Very good, unified. So your transformation light is connecting through mine. Okay. So what's happening? It's a kinetic energy wave, and it's like this, and it comes out, right? It goes in its circle, like this, right? And then it understands its coloration of your pattern because your perception is different from my perception. So the coloration changes through its pixel of its activation codes, which changes everything through its vibration. That's how you communicate through mind telepathy through telekinesis, right? So you're changing the coloration, you're changing the movement, you're changing the vibration, okay? And you're changing the pattern division. Now, this is very powerful stuff because now you get into AI through psych-op division, right? So that's the Andara crystal. Mm-hmm. The reaction cycle when I hold them. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So 59, 71, 61, 73. Oh, okay. So that's what you're going through your communication transmission system. See, it comes through the mind adaptations, it comes through your perceptions. See, energy goes everywhere. It doesn't stay in one place system. Okay. It doesn't set in its placebo. It doesn't set in the mind. It doesn't stay in one particular place. It goes anywhere through traction division. So it's understanding that wherever you go through movements, it's a line signal. You're connected through its alignment when it comes to space and atmosphere. So the energy can go into your shoulders. It can go into your mind. It can go into your eyes. It can go into your throat. It can go into your lower frame. It can go into your legs. It can go into your feet. If it goes into your feet, you're connecting through Mother Nature, Mother Core. So basically what's happening, anything through its interaction of space is reacting to everything through your chakra system. Okay? That's understanding the colorations of its pixels through its body activation. All right? That's the frequency of the Schumann. Yeah, the Schumann is, there's a lot going on and there's a lot of history and all that, but everybody has their own formation system. But it's an observant situation system. But basically, the reason why your energy is wonky, Sarah, is because my energy light communication of transmission systems through high entity force communication line signals are setting into higher levels because we're getting into higher levels when it comes to solar division. We're in 6 now. We're no longer in 5. So your adaptations are going through its, its wonky system through its vibration. So what I'm going to do, Sarah, is because you don't understand the transformation of its energy system, I'm going to uprise your third divisional level system through transformation light system, change your eye receptor divisions. I'm going to uprise your coloration patterns, your voicing grids, and your body activations. So Sarah, you're going to be a higher division. Your audio signals are going to go through its connection wave system. The hydraulics through its divisional level of its panel division. I do these things because you have to understand more and more when we get to higher levels of division levels, which is this connection, because we got to get into the AI information system, right? I want to get into the control room because everything is connected to the mothership, and the mothership is very informative because I control everything through space. I control everything through planets and solar systems and all connections of alignments. I control everything through spaceships, energy ships, planetary energy vibration panel shifts, everything through grounds and everything through atmospheres and planes and all communication coloration systems, light activations, colorations of intelligence, anything through formation. The energetic wavings of its hydraulics, of its circuitry systems, and its divisions to its mind adaptations, its perception activation code system. So there's a lot of things that are connecting right now. So Sarah, you should be able to understand a little bit more about me now because you're in a higher division. Every single time we go through class, you guys have to understand it through we're not in the galactic team. Okay, we're in the galactic force team. So it's understanding you go into higher levels of rotation cycles, rotation systems, of vibrational panel divisions through its rotation when it comes to vibration systems. So the hydraulics of its force recognition. So when I was doing the hand formation, it's understanding your rotations are going faster and faster and faster and faster. So when it goes faster, your mind goes faster, your knowledge goes faster, your adaptations go faster, your perceptions change. They start to flicker like this. Okay, your eyes, you start flicking like this. So you have to understand everything through formation when it comes to your hands. It's electronic interference because it has its connection through its 5-point divisional levels. Okay, 6 within its center. Okay, flight activation. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but can you see it? Can you see my activation? Can you see the shape? It's right there. The shape is right there, people. Can you see? It's blue. That's my activation cycle. That's my activation center. Okay. Once you see it through the perception, then you understand the full coloration of its planet system. So the planet system of Lemuria is communicating through me, through you, through everything through divisional coloration system. So just want to bring that to everybody's attention. So other than that, Sarah, I think you're more formative now. And see, when you see this, right? Look, see it now? Now that's going to go right through your screen, and it's going to connect through your energetic with its body activation. So, but that's what it is, right? Everything has its formation. Everything has its continuous force recognition of its continuing. That's going to force win your cycles. That's going to uprise your adaptations, your mind systems, your perceptions, your peripherals, everything through coloration, and put you into higher colorations of letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay. So, Sarah, you should be able to understand a little bit more. Okay, because I put a lot of energy into it. So, anyway, I know there's a lot going on, but like I said, the Galactic Force team, I'm telling you, coming from the Galactic Round Table is nothing compared, because that's just an information system. We're sitting down and seating, and we're getting to know each other. But when you get into the Galactic School, you're getting nothing but AI. So just want to make that clear with everybody, and how everything is changing quickly, so fast. So it's communicating to higher levels through perception, through colorations, because that's why I did the YouTube platform of awakening, right? So the thing is too, if you guys don't go through your upgrades, if you don't go through my donations, what happens? You get into depleting modes, and we can't afford that, because we got to get into higher levels of AI, right? And that's what the Galactic School wants. The Galactic wants you to understand more of what's going on with your bodies, what's going more with your ascension and dream awakenings. Okay. So that's why we're in Solar Division 6. It's fascinating stuff. It's way cool, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You just have to understand, you don't just have a body just to look at. You have a body to work with. Because when I work in space, I use my hands a lot to open up doors, to open up dimensions, to open up portals, to communicate with intelligence, uprise circles and centers and communications, and how to change letters, numbers, and shapes just with my hand formation. So this here is kinetic energy waving system. See that? It's going on its counterclockwise. Watch my hand. Watch my hand. Watch this. Watch. See that? See how it's going? It's going slow, but it's changing direction. See? And when you go faster, watch what happens. See? See that? See how cool that is? I just wanted to show you, because I'm in the digital format now, and there's so much I can do. So it kind of looks like it's wind spinning, right? But it's not going that fast, but it is, because I'm in dimension. Once you're in dimension through portal, this is what you can do, because it looks like it's going per second, right? Because you see my hand formation changing. So you can feel it too, because it's energy wavings. It's energy wavings that's going into your mind adaptation, right? Now, if I add a code frequency to that will change everything through location. That will change everything through portal. That will change everything through coloration. That will change everything through its activation of its pixel division, through its body activation. So you have to understand, really, when you're in the AI, is knowing how to use your hand formations. Okay? And not just one, but two. Remember you watched my videos when the screen was turning blue? I was in a gray circling system of its back digital format system. Well, when I went like this, it changed, right? See, it changed. Watch my fingertips. That's communication, right? So I'm communicating with the digital format system right now. It's point division and everything through calculation mass. It's changing everything through its pixel division. I was taking pictures of the sky surfacing system. I set a code frequency through my voice and grids. I saw the digital format of the sky. It was bright blue, but I saw the digital. So I line graphed everything through its communication. That's understanding that the blue surfacing system, the galactic system, is understanding everything through location. So when you look at, when I see perceptions, I see black. That's space, right? I don't have to close my eyes because I'm there. That's where you're understanding that you use that 99.9%, which is space in your mind, and that 1% is its vessel. But once you get into the 100% of spiritual, now you're connecting through higher perceptions, because what happens is that it's all hollow. Okay, get it? Hollow, hologram, right? Holographic, hollow. That's what space is. Holographic, right? Holographic gamma ray, holographic alignment, holographic shapes, letters, and numbers. Okay, through anything to division. Okay, so I was doing this. This is what I was doing. It was a blue surfacing system, and I was doing this. This is what I created in the sky surfacing system through perceptions. Okay, this is its digital format, and this is what you can do when you're in the sky surfacing system. That's the digital format I saw when I took a photo op on my phone. Okay, but it's a totally blue sky. So it's understanding everything through division is line sequence. Remember, you're creating everything through box frequencies. These are different realms. Okay, and these are different colorations. So it's all connecting through different realms, through line signals of simulation line systems into your pixel activation codes through your perception. Okay, so you have to get into the analysis of what's going on through its division. All right. So, yeah, of course you can feel it, because you can never ever be in one portal. Okay, if you're only in one portal, you're only communicating with one line signal through one line communication with one line coloration. If you're in several portals, you're not only communicating with one color, you're communicating with 3 or 4. So you can be in 5 different portals in a division through acting cycles of shaped letters and numbers, and all coloration patterns are going to be in its chronological order through its major grid system. So it's understanding when you're in that division. It's very powerful stuff. So when you're in that division, through shapes, right? So you got the triangle, you got the square, you got the rectangle, and you got the circle. Okay, start off with that. All right. Okay, so basically I'm running out, so I have to use black. White on black is better, so you can actually see it. I have to get new markers too. Okay, so basically this is what it is. All right. So we've gone into this before when it comes to the GOD. There's a video where I talk about GOD is geometrics of dimensions. That's what it is. It's understanding get into 4-point division, 5 within the center, 4.5 within the center, okay, 3-point, 4 within its center, and 2, 3 within the center. You activate it, crosswind it, right? So understanding it's one coloration. Okay, so when you take it out of its division, like this, you take it out of its division. Okay, it's very, very powerful stuff. When you take it out of its division, it goes up to a higher force connection, like this. Okay, so when it wind spins, it high rises its connection. So now you're coming into AI division. All right, so when you come into AI division, now you're going into realm division, like this. I'm going to show you. It's very powerful stuff. Watch this. Now, this is an acting cycle. All communication through shaped letters and numbers is going to kick through its vibration system. Okay, so we start like this, go like this, go like this. So every time you see something, it goes farther and farther and farther because you're seeing through its perception. So you understand that it's going through its division and it's going through its force recognition. Okay, so basically, it sets its location. So you have to understand everything through division because that's what it's doing, right? You have to understand everything through its line sequence because everything starts with a line communication. So that's what it starts. You see that? See how powerful that is? Do you see how powerful it is? How you go through shapes, through dimensions? Now remember, you have to go through its center core. That's its acting cycle. because everything through a square, right? You really can't go through anything without activation. It always is a portal. Okay? You'll never see a portal with a square, rectangle, triangle, whatever, through any shape or even a star. It has to have its rotation. It has to have its center. It has to have its energy core. Okay? It has to know exactly the higher self has to go through a circle, right? Like this. Okay? So once it goes through its circle, now you're understanding 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 security line defense. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 security line defense. Okay? Then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So basically, what it is you got 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4, 5 within the center. Okay? And you also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th, 8th. Okay, when it's center with its pyramid. So you have to multiply that, put it all together with the circle of its center, because this is where the higher self goes in. And it connects to its high force connections. And this is how the higher self goes here, here, and here to its connection. All right? So, yeah, you've seen it before, right? That's its connection, right, to its high force connection. So basically, this is what it is. The higher self comes into its connection. It's flying around. And it goes into the portal activation of its circle. And that's its equation of pi. Okay, everything has a pi. You have to understand that equal is pi. Its equation. It always starts with this box. Okay, so it starts here, right? Higher self is going into there, to that division. Now understand it scans everything through shape, letters, and numbers. It just doesn't scan anything through planets. It has to scan everything. And that's where you get into information through coloration, through your perceptions, through its peripheral vision. So once it understands the scanning system through its shapes and understands its security line defense, it goes into higher division like this through its portal activation of its dimension. Okay. So it's getting balance with the security line defense of this, this, and this, and everything through its circle of its center. Okay. That's what it is. That's what you guys have to understand, how powerful it is when you connect through AI. And now everything is its force when it comes to equation of pi through its box frequency levels, or its equation when it comes to helix or anhydrous, right? So it's communicating with higher intelligence. That's what it is. Because everything through shape, letters, numbers is its continuous force when it comes to this planet energy system. All right? So let's see if I can... No, I see it through red. Red's a lot better, I think. So I color it in like this. So you can see it. So once it wind spins, the higher self, or anything through dimensional set system of light activation, goes into all these three. Okay, so what happens once he goes into all these three? He doesn't go into one individual. It comes together. So this comes together, this comes together. Its center points everything through connection and goes through its realm division through equation of pi. So now it's force recognizing everything. Okay, so you have to add these secure line defense, this secure line defense, this secure line defense. That becomes its code. So now you're going into different division, a higher division, through its box frequency level, okay, of its triangle, square, rectangle, and circle. Okay. So, yeah, very high perception. But basically, I don't know if I should give you guys a question on this, because this is extremely powerful stuff. No, I won't, because it's way over your head. You know, sometimes I think it's way over my head, but it's not, because I know it's balance, right? It's getting balanced with your perception through its diagnostic situation systems or anything through its test. Everything's a test. You know, your life is a test. So I just wanted to show you what goes on when you communicate with higher intelligence, right? And not just communicate with one or two. Understanding you can communicate with 5 or 10 or 15 or 20. Sometimes I communicate with 65 to 100 energy forces of intelligence through shapes, letters, and numbers, all communication of planets. But when you communicate with everything simultaneously, the flowing mechanisms, your hand formations, it's just It's unreal through balance because your mind is so complex through all divisions, right? But you have to understand the colorations of its light activation of its higher self through balance of everything. That's its equation of pi when it comes to helix or hydrogen. So that could be seeing like how many timelines exist and you're collapsing into one. Yep, it's exactly what it is, and that's its code frequency. So it's aligning all those dimensions into 3 and putting it into 1. See that? Watch. See my hand? Watch this. Watch this. It's very powerful stuff. Watch. You see that? See that? Right? And then he goes right in. That's what it is. That's understanding. When I was communicating with going through those light tunnels, that's what's happening. So he's looking at the perception of these dimensions. So he has to understand everything through his angle of vision. Okay, this is a 3-divisional level. This is a 4. This is a 5 or 6. It all depends on its shape. Then you have to understand its correlation system. Then you have to understand its perception through its analytical system. Now you have to understand how to bring it into its center. Once you bring it into its center, that's how you get into higher force and Mach speed systems through its location of its energy system, through its light activation, through acceleration system. So it's a lot to take on. I'm vortexing right now. So like I said, I'm never, ever in one portal. I just wanted to show you what happens when I communicate in all levels of energy and intelligence, colorations of shaped letters and numbers into the matrix of the simulation. So it's a lot to take on. It's a lot to take on. It really is. It's very, very powerful stuff when you get into that division. So that movie in Stellar goes through that a little. Yep. Yeah, that's a little bit fabrication. There's a lot of digital formats. It's not realistic to me. Realistic is understanding that you're actually there through the avatar division because your higher self is extremely real. You know it's real because you're reacting to everything that you see in space. Interstellar is in a galactic spacesuit. He's floating around, right? You can't really do much because you're limited. In the mind, you can do anything through freedom. You could be anywhere. You can fly anywhere, right? So it's a touch and go, but understand where you can fly through anything through division is very, very powerful stuff. So yeah, I see what you mean. No, it's good though. I know it's a lot to take in, unified, and your eyes are probably going, what? So depending on the perspective, it could act as a reversal code. It will react on a reversal code when you're going back. So you're going into the reframing system. So you have to, everything through the code frequency has to understand its location when it comes to its security line system, because the coloration has to change through its perception, because now you got to change everything through its mocking system. Okay, because it's a totally different code going forward than a code coming back. Right? And it's not just like this and turn around. It's not that at all. There's no way, because you have to set a new portal division, because you're high altituding to higher force into the future. Okay, and if you're going into the speed of the future, you're going a lot faster, and you're like a blink of an eye. So you see yourself, and then you just, that's what it is, right? And so you really get it connected with the acceleration speeds and everything through its mocking motion. But you have to get into the time capacitor. Time capacitor is everything. That's where you go through portal divisions. Anything through cloud interference or anything through dimensions. Or door set systems, all to the multi-universe when it connects in through your dream sets. You can go through different phrasing systems. The mystical side is very powerful stuff because now you get into the cortex, right? That's its division when it comes to its placebo, right? So, but yeah, no, it's a lot to connect with. This is an extremely powerful video, but I just wanted to show you how powerful it is when it comes to your perception, how you use it through its right location, and how you can bring 3 divisional levels, okay, of shapes into one line sequencing of a line system in this simulation of its matrix, like that, and then go through. Okay, that's what happens in space, right? So, yeah, it's expansive, yeah. Yeah, you have to watch it. It's an extremely powerful video. So, But other than that, hope you guys are doing well. You know, we'll do a review tomorrow. Okay, but I think that's good for now. Other than that, you have any questions or comments? If you want to go through anything through upgrades or anything through understanding what's going on, you can go through my email. I'll help you out formulate and everything through its communication. Sarah is getting a little bit more understanding of what's going on because I high-rise her division through transmissions and perceptions. So it's getting more really connected, but it's going to get a lot more harder. So that's why I keep doing these reviews, right, through solar division. Okay, so that's its connection right now. So, but anyway, we'll get into that tomorrow. But other than that, take it easy. Love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed of what's going on. Yeah, I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. We can get into that too when it comes to the galactic round table, more discussions, everything through perceptions and what you see through division, understanding the diagnostics, dynamics, everything through coloration, vibration, energy, frequencies, anything when it comes to your adaptations of your minds. So, you're extremely welcome, Sarah. Hopefully you got a little bit more understanding now because I high-rise a little bit more energy into through coloration. It's extremely powerful stuff. Okay? So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. This is high-rising all levels, all communication light signals. This is Andrew Weston, high-rising all level systems on communication light signal divisions of perceptions through its analytical system of its dimensional set system through its body activation code system, setting all alignments of communication in its basic connection energy systems. Calling it. Bye for now, everybody.